doing? Welcome to our check-in time. Hopefully, you're having your check-in times.
Yes.
But this is Pam and Antoine's check-in time, and I have a big question. I want to see what your opinion is,
Okay.
and as I ask this question, kind of ask each other, or just think about what do you think the answer most people would say.
Hmm.
What would you say is the number one predictor for a lasting and healthy marriage? And I'm talking not just
Hmm.
us African Americans, not just Latino peoples or Guatemala, India. I'm not just I'm talking
You talking about everybody?
from research, from just looking at what's really happening for those who care about it. Uh, some pretty sincere but intelligent people kind of. What is it? What do you think it is?
I think
Lasting and happy.
hmm, communication.
You think most people would say community? Why would they say
I
community?
think,
Remember the junk drawer we talked about. But go
oh
ahead.
boy, because most people would say that if we could talk about stuff and
Absolutely.
be heard, that'll make it last.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Look, as a marriage counselor, 99, I don't know if it's exactly 99, but a lot of people say to me, we got communication problems, right? And we talked about that. I remember you said too that a lot of people would say just of trust.
Trust,
Trust is the
absolutely. Because if
number
I
one thing.
can't trust you, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, trust. Trust is the big issue.
Loyalty, honesty, trust. It's
Yeah,
got to be there.
yeah. That's going to be a big one. Another one I've heard is um, different ways. I've heard things like about it's related to a mental illness or not having mental illness. You know, that's the number one indicator. Things like that. They'll say anxiety levels or issues and things
Or
like that.
prioritizing, because if we don't spend any time together and if we're not
Prioritizing.
talking, then how are we going to have a relationship? What are we building on?
Yes.
We don't even see each other. We don't even talk to each other. So some people would say priority.
Prioritizing. Being prioritized, being exclusive. And it's funny, if I had to do a drum roll, um, and the one that
Drum roll
drum roll
and
friendship
friendship.
friendship after about 3,000 couples later, after 40 years in longitudinal studies, 30 or 40, somewhere around there, and they did at least 12 separate studies. And remember, this is people who are in that world of the Gottman Research Institute and yada yada. They kind of really just saw that the quality that they could say best describes, predicts success, and success meaning lasting and joyful, like where they got a lot out of their marriage, was their mutual friendship, specifically the level of gratitude that they showed to one another and voiced and expressed. They really spent time really getting into wanting to know more about their spouse, supporting and knowing their dreams, and wanting to intentionally, just know them, right? And of course, making time for each other and turning towards one another. And they kind of put all that together and actually call it the friendship system. Friendship is everything. Just like, look, for Christians, we always talk about, I am a friend of God. Like, friendship is really what God is looking for on our side. He wants friends, not just what do you call that? Slaves, right? That's not what God is into. And in the same way, our friendship, Abraham and Sarah, Adam and Eve, they were friends. They weren't. It wasn't a functioning business relationship.
That's really good because I know for us, we've had our, you know, situations. Let's leave it there. And you said to me, if it was your friend, you wouldn't do that. If it was your friend, you wouldn't say that. If it was your friend, you wouldn't act that way. And so that makes me think, right? That in my marriage, I want you to be my friend. And how would I treat a good friend? How would I treat a best friend? I should treat you better than that. And so that makes sense. That
Absolutely,
definitely makes sense.
absolutely. knowing that is essential, and knowing that is absolutely key. Look, I want to encourage us as you get a chance to check in with your spouse this week, think about, and throughout the week, do something intentional to build up your friendship. In other words, the couples that aren't investing in their friendship in time, date nights, cards, letters, words of affirmation, gifts, cleaning the house, whatever, you know your spouse.
The thing that they love and appreciate.
And they appreciate, it's the intentionality that is so important.
Yes.
Friendship without investment wanes. It wanes. Even the best of friends, if you're not investing intentionally, it'll eventually kind of go to a point where the friendship will go down, which is not a disaster, but that doesn't set your marriage up to thrive. Do something intentional this week to be a great friend to your spouse.
Yes. So in your 5 P's this week, talk about how is your friendship going, and make a decision. I'm going to do this
week
to deepen our friendship. And thank
That
you
could
for
be powerful.
and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Find more of our videos on our YouTube channel, Mind Change. Let us know what you think. Add comments, ask questions, give suggestions for future topics. We'd love to hear from you.